range from a passive compost, which is out in we call it area Satyoga, which is our outdoor planting space, and we'll pass through there on our way back up. But there, everything is like when they're scraping the soil in between the beds and collecting everything that's been weeded from the beds, pulling out plants, all that material just goes straight into a passive pile, which we mound up and cover with black plastic.
So you never use the same soil twice. You're always recycling it. Like, so if you have a harvest, you're taking that soil out and reapplying new soil.
Not exactly. So
Okay.
I'm talking more about the plant material.
Oh.
Everything is biodegradable.
Okay.
We'll go into that pile, and then covered with black plastic. We'll add to it until it gets to a certain size, and then we'll just leave it. And then maybe a year later or something like that, we'll come and we'll collect that. It's all decomposed and broken down. But it's not an active process, which we do have elsewhere. So up at the top of the property near where Yogiraj lives, we have active piles that we're constantly turning. Well, we're turning them once a week with a tractor. So those are also big piles, and you see we have these big blue barrels scattered throughout the greenhouses and in other locations. So those are collection points for all the biodegradable material, you know, and any soil that we want to recycle. And that goes up to the quarry, and they turn it with the tractor once a week. And that's an active process. So you're aerating it, you're getting oxygen in there, and it's heating up. So that's hopefully killing all the pathogens and any weed seeds and things like that. So that's a product that's we call Bhumishaya, because that's the area that it's in. And Bhumi's under the other table. We have that material, and then we have an even finer kind of active compost that we're going to look at in the Galeron when we go up that way. And that's what we're calling the bokashi. Bokashi is a term that is a bit broader, but this is a kind of active compost where we're turning it manually once a week. So
we just made like a big batch for like that, like 3 days ago at home.
You guys made a big batch?
Nice. Yes, we use rice husk, chicken shit, pork shit, molasses.
This is a bokashi recipe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Solid microorganisms, and as well like with the molasses as well I make
Rock dust.
like the rock dust, of course. And
No, we go to the source now.
we used to
At one time.
Yeah, like, you know, Eric.
and then like the microorganisms tea, yes, and now it's the third day. Yeah.
I mean, that's the same process that we're doing up here in this shed that we spoke about. So I'd love to show you maybe on the way back out.
Cool.
But like what you're saying, there's the passive, then this is the active pile. We have bokashi as well. They're probably the three main inputs in addition to any old soil that we want to take out of beds. If we're noticing there's like a lot of problems in a specific bed, we'll take that out and active compost it.
Active compost.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the bokashi.
That's the finished product.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's carbon is the other thing, like that we make from rice husk, so it's really high in silica.
Rice husk?
Yeah.
I haven't get yet. Like, do you mix it with any more soil?
This is actually
Like no, but just to get like this. Like, do you add any more soil like this?
there's no soil.
What is in here?
That's horse manure, chicken manure, sometimes chipped material. There's carbon in there as well. Lots of molasses. Sawdust or bagasso is the carbon. So the sugarcane byproduct. But this probably takes about. This is maybe 3 months to get to that finished product.
3 months.
Because
Okay,
we let
that's
it
why.
rest as long as possible. This is the main thing that's important because of the gallinasa that's in there. The chicken manure needs to be really well composted.
I was
To
gonna
start
say, how old
burning
is it?
plants. Yeah.
How old is the chicken manure before it goes into?
Oh,
Generally, it's about a year old before
Okay.
it would end up into that mix. The horse manure is much fresher though. The horse manure
How
is
quickly can
recently
you use the horse
collected.
manure?
We go and collect it from a
Yeah.
barn, just from a local neighbor. Well, not a neighbor, further down the hill, but it's a local resource.
yes. Okay. 3 months. Yeah.
And
I haven't never seen it.
is it the reason that it's that length of time? Is that because of the heat, the heating process, or can you,
Yeah,
if
so
you
I
heat it
actually
up?
put a thermometer in it to actually measure. So
Okay.
you'll be turning it and you'll
Mhm.
see the temperature spike and come back down again. Once you turn it and you don't see that spike anymore, it's entered into the final kind of phase. I forget whether it's thermophilic
Okay.
or whatever it's called. But it needs to rest at that point because the carbon and the nitrogen have finished burning off basically.
Mm.
So
What do you do at that point?
we just let it
Sit
rest
it
as
down,
long as
let it
possible
sit.
until we need it basically.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
and I inoculated actually with saprophytes and just other. I think it's called
What is that?
saprophytes are like a microorganism that helps decompose material, but also
Or-
eliminate pathogens out of the mix.
Do you make it here?
So no, it's a purchased
Okay.
purchased thing. You could maybe achieve the same thing by inoculating with microorganisms, so that it is like controlling whatever
Yes.
kind of pathogens
Yes.
might be
Yes.
breeding in there. But
Definitely helps to reduce.
it's a mix between wanting a lot of microorganisms and not, but having the right ones.
Mhm.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How would that compare to what you guys make and then?